Have you ever seen people enjoying their drawing a lot? Or maybe you saw someone dancing and grooving on every beat. And on the other hand, then someone sitting on a corner holding a book and reading for hours. And maybe you would have witnessed someone trying their new recipes and new dishes in the kitchen. You must be thinking what I'm referring to. I am referring to a very important topic that is relevant for each one of us, which is how to cultivate a hobby. Do you have a hobby? Let's discuss further on this thing. Hi, this is Sonali from It Starts at Home, and this is a great topic for discussion. And I was wondering, like, how come never ever on my channel I have ever spoken about this, and that's something that I truly believe myself, and I have helped my son cultivate a habit. So definitely it is something that is very close to me, and I want to get going right in there. I have written down some really important points that I would like to discuss. The most important topic here is, how do you find a hobby? Not everyone's supposed to have a hobby, not that it's mandatory, but it's just good to have a hobby. And why is that so? It takes you to your happy place. It makes you forget everything that's around you. It gives you a sense of completeness. It gives you a sense of it's unique to you, and you're doing it for your own self and not for anybody else. But what if you don't have a hobby? How do you cultivate that? And especially with kids, if the kids haven't formed a hobby, how do you think we can help them form a hobby or help them navigate how to get a hobby? Finding a hobby is basically to understand what are the things that you like and you don't like. So the list could be pretty big. It could be challenging as well, because sometimes kids or adults don't want to know or don't want to try what they're doing or what they like. But what is the easy way to do it? Simple way. Make a list. Make a list of things that you enjoy doing. Make a list of things maybe that you enjoy seeing around you, or maybe something that you saw somebody else doing and it made you feel like, maybe I should try that. On the other hand, there could be, make a bucket list of something maybe you want to explore. And don't make a pretty big bucket list. You can start with something short so that it's not very overwhelming for you. Your bucket list or the things that you can explore can be in can be in four categories. It could be people, places, skills, and experiences. So places, maybe you want to visit different kinds of places. You have something in mind. Maybe you want to see all different kinds of mountains around the world. Maybe you want to visit all the temples. Maybe you want to see an area which is untouched. People, maybe you like interacting with different kind of people with different skill sets, or maybe with different ethnicity and background. Experiences, maybe you like going for a drive. Maybe you like bicycling on mountains. Maybe you like skating. Maybe you like rollerblading, or maybe just swimming. Maybe just playing badminton. And then some skills which could be beneficial for either kids or for adults. You need to find something that gives you inner happiness. And I'm sure if as an adult you don't know it now, you might need to peek back into your childhood and remember, did I enjoy my drawing lessons there? Nah. Maybe I enjoyed playing outside with my friends, maybe all those old games. But was there any other game there that I really enjoyed the most? Maybe write it down, and maybe it's time to revisit that game and see, is there something around it that can be done? When I say a hobby is very important because it's something that you're doing it for yourself, for your inner happiness, to go in that zone, put you in that flow state. So for me, I'm just going to give an example of my hobby since I was a kid was dancing, and that is my happy place. So if the music is on and if I am not dancing, or if my feet are not grooving, there is a problem. Like, there is a genuine problem that I see. Either I am upset about something, or I am like completely down in a memory that I'm thinking about, which is not a good zone, because a hobby is something that makes you happy. And it could be just one song sometimes that I'm not dancing, but there is no way, if there are two or three songs, I will not get up and start dancing. I learned different kinds of different dance forms. I participated in different dance competitions. No day goes without dancing. I start my day with it, and I make sure that I do it for myself and not for anybody else. The same way, my son has developed the hobby of reading, and that's something that he developed over time by doing it over and over again, by finding his happiness. And in the same way, I have a friend whose hobby, her hobby is just drawing, and she draws beautifully. And there's another one who does painting, and her painting is phenomenal. So there's a great way of everyone of finding what they connect with. Also, you will see what you're good at. You might be great at talking to people, you might be great at presenting food, you might be great at getting clothes organized, or maybe organizing is your skill. So you have to see what you are good at, and you have to see what your child is good at. And if your child doesn't know, you have to help them understand. Maybe you observe more and help them figuring it out. Also, hobby is not something that you cultivate in 5 days or 10 days. The minimum process of cultivating a hobby is 7 weeks. Okay, and something, if you, it's a skill based learning. So like if you're learning how to draw or color or paint, definitely a 7 to 6 week process. Same goes with swimming or any other kind of thing, any other kind of skill that you are understanding. It also helps you build a good character, definitely in your own self. You feel proud about you, and you won't be getting bored at all. So like sometimes when you're free and you don't know what to do, yeah, it's time to go back to your hobby and see that's what gives you happiness, and you will be out of everything else that you got to do. Now, there's something to do with personality as well, which is introvert and extrovert. So definitely you have to figure it out, that what's your personality and what is it that works for you. Definitely an extrovert will be happily be exploring things that are more outside, and somebody who's like more reserved would like to do things that are in their own zone and not involving a lot of people. Another idea I would give you is maybe you ask your family and friends that what do they think about your strength if you're not able to figure it out. And the same thing, you can ask your child's teacher to tell what are the strengths of my kid, and you could work on the same thing in developing the hobby. And hobby does not mean only reading or writing, it could be any form, and we will be discussing the list of hobbies in a separate video altogether. But in the meanwhile, let's have these bucket list and these good points about ourselves written down so that we can explore the hobbies further. For adults, maybe your browsing history can also tell you what you like. Do you like fashion? Do you like exploring places? Do you like recipes? Do you like, maybe I'm talking about everything that I explore. Do you like watching movies? Do you like trying new restaurants and maybe new food? So those are the things that you can definitely those are the things that can definitely help you find your hobby. Now, what will a hobby, if you develop a hobby, what will it do to you? It will definitely make you more creative. You're way out of boredom because you can definitely do it anytime. It will relax and calm you as a person. Maybe you can involve your family in your hobby as an activity, and it could be a fun thing altogether. Just imagine if I ask everybody else around me to dance, it's going to be crazy because barely anybody in my family dance, and whenever we tell them to dance, it is a great way to see everyone using their body, and it's more fun and enjoyable than looking me dancing, or just me by myself dancing. It's more fun when you involve your whole family doing it together. Definitely makes you stay fit mentally because you're in your happy zone. It helps you become smarter because you are trying to do different things. You are improving yourself. You are exploring your hobby more. Definitely adding on to your valuable skill. And if you are doing a skill-based hobby, it can also make you some money. Definitely, if you are a health freak, you can take some classes. If you are great at painting or drawing or anything or cooking, take some classes. Maybe send your food for people for tasting. Call people home. If you're great at making jams or if you're great at making different kinds of food, take service orders. So definitely a hobby can create so many different avenues, and that is something that makes you happy. So you're not doing it out of compulsion, you're doing out of your own happiness. And the most important thing is it'll make more friends for you because you will connect with more people. So that's the seed that I wanted to just leave in your minds is, do you have a hobby? And if you don't, let's cultivate a hobby. Let's find things that makes us happy, makes our kids happy, and let's help them find a hobby for themselves. Now for the list of hobby, the video will be coming out soon where I will be listing down more things around hobby, and it would be great. So make sure guys that you watch the complete video, and if you like the video guys, give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching guys. If you have any questions, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I will be happily responding to each one of them. Thanks for watching guys. See you next time.